Hello everyone, it's great to be back for Unite. 12 months ago, we were at the opening stages of COVID, and most of us were reeling from uncertainty. At that time, we were two completely distinct industries, the retail industry and the online commerce industry. Now it's just the commerce industry. A lot has changed in a year. In this new reality, our goal at Shopify is clearer than ever. We want to give entrepreneurs around the world the best possible chance to create their own certainty, to reach for independence, and to seize opportunities that they uniquely see. So today we'll show you the results of the exciting work that we've done together over the past year. We're going to give you a glimpse into the future of this commerce world. And we'll show you where we're taking Shopify in order to make it the ideal platform for entrepreneurs. It's worth stating upfront something that feels obvious, but is a fact of our times. You can't do anything on the internet. Browse it, build on it, connect through it, without someone making the software to enable doing so. Software itself, and especially software platforms like Shopify, are the modern equivalents of essential infrastructure in an increasingly digital world. Shopify sees itself as essential commerce infrastructure that allows as many people as possible to participate. This is what the product Shopify does and the role it plays in the eyes of most of our merchants and customers. But at the same time, we also build a platform that allows developers to build products for merchants adding to this infrastructure. This has been a core idea since we first published APIs in the early 2000s. You see this interplay here between the platform Shopify that we've been evolving on one side and the ecosystem of partners, designers, app developers who build on top of it all of us combining forces to help entrepreneurs become successful merchants. This has been the absolute key to Shopify's success. Today we'll mostly talk about this platform. So at times it will get very technical. If you're a developer watching us, you're in for a big treat. We'll get more technical than you might expect from Unite. In fact, the next time you and I meet on the screen later in the show, we'll actually write some code together, and that's going to be a lot of fun. If you're an entrepreneur or merchant joining us today, this event is also for you. Some of the things we'll talk about will immediately make Shopify better for you. Everything else you'll hear about will enable app developers and designers in the ecosystem to make things for you that were previously not possible, or at least very hard to imagine. We have 3 important guiding principles that we keep finding ourselves come back to. Make commerce creative, make the important easy, and make everything else possible. Let's talk about each of those for a bit. We start every project here with a question. Does this increase the creative possibilities for our merchants, or does it not? This is the why behind everything we do. The core question we ask ourselves. The primacy of creativity to commerce was the core bet of Shopify on day one. I mean, creativity is the most human of traits, isn't it? But to anyone who has visited a generic department store, you know that commerce can be pretty bland indeed. We believe strongly that every successful business tells a unique story of their own. So Shopify started with enough power for people to express themselves. On day one, we shipped Liquid, our template language. We created space and invited the global design community into our theme store and partner program, and therefore into our industry. And most of the fastest growing apps in our app store also enable creativity and storytelling. This bet has been proven correct, I think. But enabling creativity is as important now as it was when we first got started. The next principle is to make the important easy. Everyone who wants to should be able to start a business and reach for independence. This is why we all build this essential infrastructure for independent commerce, isn't it? If the platform doesn't exist, people simply cannot do that. It is important that it's easy to start a business though. Not least of all for our local economies and communities that depend so much on local businesses. Simplifying the complex is what software does best. For an online store, you need to be able to automatically accept payments and handle checkouts and shipping. And it's important to be able to sell all over the globe. And if you're lucky to have one, deal with any size flash sale that comes your way. These are not details that everyone should have to painstakingly figure out for themselves. These and hundreds of thousands of tiny little details should just simply be set up for everyone correctly by default. This way, we let entrepreneurs focus on what's truly important, their products and telling their stories to their customers. The third principle is make everything else possible. The first set of steps in building an e-commerce business are often rather similar. But as we all know, defaults only take you so far. We make the important easy, but Shopify's success has always been because we made everything else possible too. Every default can be changed, and just about everything can be extended with code. Liquid, apps, scripts, etc. This company was started by developers, and this will always be part of our DNA. We want developers to feel right at home on Shopify and get all the dials that they want to tweak. We see this becoming increasingly important in the future as coding and technical literacy spreads. To all the developers out there, entrepreneurs need your help. It's been a hard year. Many of them make great leaps into the unknown and are looking for their opportunity to make their specific vision a reality. It will be more likely to work if you are in the mix. And to all the entrepreneurs out there, we want your journey with Shopify to allow you to thrive. We are all in this together. So, welcome to Unite, and let's get started.